recording and pray this works. And if it doesn't, well, that's fine.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Also, where do you see the fucking updates? New currency? There's a new currency?
They're gonna making a new currency for the mobile. Yeah.
There's a mobile version? When is the mobile version?
It's not out yet, but it's the one that they have in development.
Uh-huh.
Did you not hear about that?
Dude, I'm in uni.
Dude, they're making a mobile version of Cards.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
I'm damn excited for it.
That'd be good. We can play cards again, and I can fucking kill you again.
Exactly. Okay, so this is Matt, or I'm gonna call him Meth Man if he wants. He's a good friend of mine. We met in high school, and we're gonna talk about cards. All right, so
Yeah, I also met Cohen in high school, and I regretted every life decision I've ever had since.
listen, I have that effect on people. People really seem to enjoy my presence.
They enjoy it so much, they want to go to hell early.
Exactly.
Exactly, man.
Okay,
Oh
so
god.
I was gonna start talking about the nations and that kind of stuff, but we're looking at World at War new card releases and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
and I'm just gonna say, some of them are pretty good. Some of them are like, why would that ever be come into mind when you're playing cards?
yeah, okay. So the chasing shadows one. The other thing I was thinking about this one is like if you're playing Germany and you
Whoa, whoa,
have
whoa.
one that what?
Wait, let's explain Chasing Shadows. No one, the listener's not gonna know what Chasing Shadows is.
Okay. So chasing shadows. It's an order with 0 cost from France. And you target a unit, and that unit will move into the front line if possible.
Yeah.
So
So
I
I can
was
just
thinking, if you're like playing Germany or America or something like that, there's a lot of cards that rely on units coming into the front line to activate a countermeasure. Do you think you could activate a countermeasure and then play that and activate the countermeasure on your turn?
uh, I don't think so. Let's see. What you mean, like activating your own countermeasure
Yeah.
or the enemy's countermeasure? You can't do that. I've tried it. I've tried activating my own countermeasure, and it didn't work. And it doesn't work. I would think that would be really cool. You can just like, oh, I'm playing Uber Mega Mind, but the last time I tried it, trying to trigger your own countermeasure does not fucking work.
Yeah.
The Chasing Shadows is a pretty good card. I thought it was only target a friendly unit, but if it's targeting any unit, there can be like so many applications. Like those stupid like one not stupid those one cost elites. They're
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
smoke screen and they have 4 health. So early on, it's very hard to kill them because it's 4 health. It's like you don't have anything to do with it until turn 2 or 3. So
Yeah.
you can't really do anything with it. Chasing Shadows were just like, hey, that card's fucking dead.
Yeah.
It's
Well, the
really
other
good. And then
the go ahead.
you were saying about America, right? Of there was like some tanks just sort of move up. Where is it? I know what you're talking about. Do you know what's called? Do you know the tank?
I don't know the name of the tank.
No, it's we're talking about the same one, like the elite one that moves. Oh, there it is.
I'll
It's
I'll look.
the hello
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just saying like I'll look for it in the cards thing.
American elite. It's right. It's M24 Chaffee. It's oh, I found it. It's the American elite tank.
M2. Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Oh,
That's just instant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, that would be really nice. Well, and the other thing is with the M24 Chaffee, I don't know if that one when you move it into the front line it adds an exact copy beside it or if it just adds another M24 Chaffee in beside it
Yeah.
because if you could buff that card before moving it up, then you get an even more
That'll be
powerful
actually pretty nice.
copy.
I haven't tried it because I don't have the card, and two, even if I did, it's kind of trash by itself because it doesn't have blitz,
Yeah,
and it's two
no,
health.
I had it. I have it, and it's not great because you put it down and it costs 3, and so
And
it's not the worst costing card, but it usually doesn't survive long enough to get into the front line.
it's
That or the front line's
Yeah,
taken up already and you can't do anything.
yeah. It's still the worst part is the 2 health. That's the main offender. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's so weak for 3 cost. Like okay, the attack is okay, but the fucking health, straight up, absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
But is there any other cards that you rely on going to the front line? Oh yeah, wasn't there
Uh,
that infantry unit that gives you a card if it goes to the front line?
there's
It
lots of that kind of
is
because America has a lot of cards for advancing into the front line and taking control of it.
yeah. Oh yeah, the 7th Regiment. That's pretty good with the Chasing Shadows. Um. Wait, I'm just gonna. Okay, if you use Chasing Shadows on an infantry unit,
Mm-hmm.
you know that has Blitz, can it? If you move it up, can it still attack with Chasing? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
because no, because it causes the target to move, so it uses like the move action, I think.
Yeah, but I want to experiment with that. If it's like what I think it's gonna do,
If
then
it
it's
makes it
really
a
good with
tank,
Blitz. Huh?
if it makes the unit the infantry essentially a tank.
Yeah, it does. Of course, it's worse than a Blitz with tank because you have to spend 2 cards, and but it's still good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like with the 6th California. Oh, I hate the second Californian, and if you use Chasing Shadows on that, it can just attack anything you have in the support line. God
What
fucking
what
damn it.
cost is it?
The second Californian, it's the 5. You know that like Blitz, when this unit is damaged, give it -2 and 1 instead.
Oh, that bloody yeah. I know
Yeah,
it
it's
very well.
so fucked. Yeah, it's so goddamn fucked.
I honestly, after I released like the proper card video and it's finished and all that kind of stuff, which I only
Mm,
now realize how long that's actually going to take, I want to do
mm.
another like small segment just talking about cards we think should be nerfed because I know that as soon as I said that, your brain immediately thought of the Soviet like take control of a unit and send it back to hand card.
Fucking hell! I hate partisans. Partisans suck so. It's too good. It's too fucking good. Who thought of it? Like, hey, bro, let's just make a better for the samurai. And two, you know what? Let's give it to Russia, who has a lot of self-destroy things. That's it's, goddamn. Let's see how many self-destroys give a better unit that Russia has. Let's see.
Yep.
Let's fucking see. Let's see. Okay, here is where's order. Fuck you. Urinal factory. It's common. You fucking urinal factory is standard. You can have 4 of those fuckers in your goddamn run. Oh my god. Red banner. Same thing but cost 2. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Upgrade. Destroy a friendly tank and add a tank from the same nation. Cost 3 more. Let's give partisans to the Soviets, where they have so many self-destroy cards that the self-destroy cards summons a better version or like that upper cost. It's so
Yep.
nice. You know the worst part? I've actually received this combo. They fucking used partisans on the 8 cost unit that I had, killed another unit that I had, and used fucking urinal factories. Because that's okay in
Yep.
the fucking developer's eyes. You can just do that. You can just fucking do that. God
Oh
damn.
my god. Yeah. That's gonna be a really fun topic in the future. Okay, back to
And
the.
you okay? Also, if the devs is listening to and you design partisans, I want you to very reconsider every life choice you've made for the past, I don't know, however you've lived, because every choice you've made has been wrong, and you should just consider rethinking everything you know. Anyway, that's my TED talk. So bad.
Okay, Observer Corpse. So, when I first saw that card, for the World of War thing, and they did, I think, like, the Britain, it was like a small update,
Yeah, you're right.
I
Mhm.
lost my shit
It's
because
so good.
it's so good. I mean, I can see how it's good for, like, those commando decks in general because, like, you can reduce the cost of cards and you keep, like, playing more orders, and it's just absolutely, like, crazy in that way. But I thought of the meme quality because I don't play cards well, and so I play it funny, which means I
Mm.
use the Commonwealth, and that card with the Commonwealth actually made it somewhat viable in a way.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I can see why that. Like the Commonwealth, you just get a 10 cost. Oh my fucking god! You know what's the worst part with playing the Commonwealth? To be
Hmm.
honest, if you're playing against the fucking the other another Britain deck, and they have that 5 cost unit, the Black Watch,
Oh
that
yes.
that cost makes your orders cost too. I've
Yep.
I've actually physically wanted to kill myself because I had Commonwealth in my hand and he played Black Watch, and then the Commonwealth becomes unplayable, like quite literally
You know what's
unplayable.
even more infuriating when they're playing Britain or have the ally
Uh,
of Britain and they just play the interception card, the countermeasure, and it
oh
nullifies
yeah,
the 12 cost like destroy card and it just sucks to be you.
I guess yeah, just one card just fucking wrecks you.
Yep.
Intercept is what's it called? It's only if you target though. Intercept, okay, it's fucking sucks. But you know what sucks more than intercept?
Hmm.
It's the pre nerf downing system. You know what the pre nerf downing system was?
I don't remember this. No.
It was a 3 cost countermeasure that denies any order that costs 3 or more. 3 or more.
3 or more?
3 or more. Yeah.
Oh my
It
god.
exactly. It was basically what was it what was the card? What was the card? All sets. You know the countermeasure for Britain. It
Which
was
one?
basically Ultra. You know Ultra?
Oh yeah, yeah, counter measure draw card.
Oh, whoa, 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 wait. No, no, no. It wasn't. Downing system didn't cost 3. It cost 2. That's why it was so fucked.
Oh, it costs 2. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
still
it cost 3.
insane.
Yeah, they nerfed it by moving up the numbers by, like, it costs 3 now. And it only counters enemy orders with 4 or more. That's
Yeah,
still pretty fucking good.
it
But
is.
pre-nerf, it was unbelievably broken. It because if you couldn't play in order, if you saw your the Briton has 2 fucking credits left over because you knew he
Mm-hmm.
had downing system and you knew
Yep.
you would just be fucked.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah, but like Observer Corps is a really nice card. I think we got off on a tangent about like how fucking horrible the Commonwealth playstyle is, to be
We
honest.
did, but like the Observer Corps, because it's also really nice for a lot of those Britain 7 cost cards, like Lend Lease and the carpet bombing and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's also good for ramp decks. Credit ramp decks because you some of the credit cards. It was like you can't really play it until like 4 or 5, and
Yep.
that's like okay, you're getting really. With Observer Corps, you can play the turn 3. If you get lucky, you can even play the turn 2. With what was it? What was that American card? I don't remember that. Breakthrough. No, it was Legions. Legions Order. Hour of Need. It costs 4, and if you play it on that, you would at turn 2 you would just get 2 extra credits.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Pretty
Yeah.
fucking nice.
No, because I always
And
thought of using it for just orders and that kind of thing, but I guess that you can use it also on units and that sort of thing.
oh yeah, units. Yeah, you can. It says cost. Yeah, I've actually used it on units before because it's overall Observer Corps is just a really fucking nice card.
Hmm.
So I can't fucking understand why it's standard.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Is like it's kind of ridiculous that you can have 4 of them in your deck.
Yeah, you can have 4 of them. Okay. The only way having running 4 Observer Corps is bad is if you have literally no luck and you draw all 4 of them before you draw any big cards.
So,
That
in
means you
other
just
words, if you're playing Cohen,
if you are Cohen, you are just fucked. Actually, it doesn't even matter if it's Observer Corps. It's just any card. If any card becomes bad somehow,
yeah,
like it just becomes fucked.
I will tell the plane story at some point in the future.
Oh, the plane story. I had fun. I don't know what you're talking about. The plane
Okay,
plane story is
so
nice.
the
What's the
Sakura
next one?
regiment. I don't know because I don't play
Sakura.
a lot of Japan. Um, and so it's a 1 cost. It
Sakura.
has 1 cost to move. It has 1 attack and 3 defense. It's an infantry. but it gets +2 attack if you have fewer cards in the enemy or than the enemy does in their hand.
I can honestly see it using it in a blitz deck because in the blitz deck they fucking run out of
Hmm.
card. They run out of steam really fucking fast.
Yeah.
And in most cases, unless you're playing another blitz deck, you will have less cards.
Well, and the other
If you
other place
have
I see it is like the discard deck. As much as I don't see a lot of Japanese discard decks, like it would be useful in that.
Yeah, the Japanese does have a lot of discard things. It'd be really nice actually. It's just what's it called? Oh wait, I have to reconnect my iPad, not
Yeah, no
iPad,
worries.
headphones. But I think Sakura Regiment is good for Japanese Blitz or discard
Hmm.
because if you're playing a Blitz deck and then you're in a situation where you have fucking a lot of cards,
Yep.
there's a good chance that you haven't drawn any units and you're kind of fucked. But
Hmm.
in most cases, you're running out of steam and the enemy is like in 2 health. So
Yeah.
Sakura Regiment would be pretty good. It's a 1 cost too. It's
Yep.
1 3. It's decent stats for a 1 cost. I wouldn't say it's like, oh shit, this is OP.
Hmm.
But at the best case scenario, it's a 1 cost 3 3, and that's really
Yeah.
fucking good.
Alrighty. Well, then
Let's see.
let's move on to the second Para C card.
Fury. Yeah, huh. Reminds me of the other commando deck.
Oh. Oh dear. I don't like that pincer effect. Oh, I don't like that.
You don't like that? I think the pincer effect is fine, to be honest. Wait, wait. It's a
It's two
1/4
cost.
though.
It's a
It's a
one
two
four.
cost.
It's
I can
two cost,
see
and it has fury.
units called damage by this unit. What would destroy this? Amphibious assault. What was that other card? Tactical strike. For honor, for honorable death, and way of the samurai. Well, fucking wasting way of the samurai on this is kind of screwed.
Hmm.
You'll probably just use way of the samurai on the pincer target.
Yeah.
I think this is fine.
Well,
I
I don't know because the only major problem I have with it is it's just a better version of the number one commando card, which is
I wouldn't
a.
say that.
I would say that.
I would. The thing is, the number one commando has smoke screen,
Oh, that's true.
and that's really nice. So you can really save it. And if you're saying, "Oh wait, well, you can destroy," and you can just use, they're probably just gonna use an order to destroy it, to destroy the number one commandos. If they have
Yeah.
that order, they're just gonna destroy second para C too,
Okay,
because the only difference is 1 health.
but figure this. Imagine using the Para C on like an artillery or a bomber of some kind, like a really cheap one, or heck on a like commando that the number 10 commando that deals 1 damage to a random enemy.
And oh, okay, that's why it's pretty good. But the thing is, I don't know. There's a lot of control cards, to be honest. When I was climbing, there was just a
Mm,
lot of like they're just gonna destroy you, or I think because it's to cost the stats aren't good, you can very easily destroy it later on.
yeah.
It's pretty it sucks pretty hard early game it's a godsend, but I don't think it's unmanageable. I
Yeah.
I really think so. I could be wrong, and this could be meta, and then everyone just fucking runs it it's a common sense thing to do.
Yeah.
But I'm not
We'll
afraid
have
of
to see.
this. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not afraid of this because I usually play fucking control decks.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm not afraid. I play control decks and I have a way to deal with the piracy too.
Yeah, and I don't play control decks like ever. I generally will play a deck that's just big. I like to make lots of boys, and I like to make them real tough, and then they're like, "Grr, I'm gonna get you."
Yeah. Oh shit. Then you have gotta be afraid of piracy because, like
Oh,
you
I
said, if they
hate
just like
it.
it just fucks you. It actually just literally fucks you, man.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, I trust me. I know.
Okay.
Whenever someone plays the Africa Corpse card, I just like with the back row of the Backstreet Boys, I just give up. I just surrender.
Africa Corpse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the Backstreet Boys? What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait, Africa Corps? What do you mean the German elite one that like you get to pick up?
Oh, sorry, that's the German elite. I'm thinking of the. It's like the African offensive or something like that. It's a 4 cost. Oh, it's a 5 cost. Long range desert group.
Oh, yeah, it's not Africa Corps. Long range. Oh, dude, I pulled off that combo. I have both of those cards from unpacking, and that's so fucking nice.
I
Uh,
have such a hate for it because it has
Yeah,
cost me so many games.
if you buff your fucking commandos and then you play that, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Unless you're what's it called? You're playing fucking partisans, and you can fucking take one of those commandos and play some other orders. Fuck you, partisans. Anyway, I better not go on that rabbit hole
Yep.
because we gotta go to
I will let you
the
get there
irregulars.
eventually. This is the next one. The irregulars. So I love Soviets, and I
Hmm.
haven't looked at this card yet.
That I
Interesting.
interesting. It's definitely good against blitz deck,
Yeah.
but you can play around it. You can just like bring it to 1 health or really low health, and then just not kill it, and then the next turn you can just kill it. But
Yeah.
that's a really good guard unit, to be honest.
Oh, it's a
For
phenomenal guard unit. But the only thing
yeah,
is,
for
it
what its
doesn't.
cost.
Oh, what I really like
Oh,
about that.
naval support. This is really good. Naval support.
Well, with naval support, but I'm also thinking with bombers and artillery and that kind of stuff. This thing screws over bombers and artillery. In the terms of if they attack it, odds are your
Yeah, if
artillery or
they
bombers aren't
attack
going to
it,
survive.
but I'm really and that's really good. But I'm still thinking of naval support. Yeah, it basically negates the thing for artillery. Like they don't take damage because if it dies, if you have an artillery cost that has more than 3 health,
Hmm.
you're pretty set.
Yeah.
That means there's a good chance you're gonna win unless they have a removal card. But what I'm really thinking about this card is this is really good for naval support. This is like British Soviet card deck.
Yeah. I would
You know?
absolutely run it with British because the more health this thing has, the more units it's going to hit and like
You can buff it.
destroy them.
Yeah, I can just see it really good. It's just really good for its cost. It's not gonna be like, oh shit, it's game breaking, but it's
Yeah.
just a really good thing for guard decks, or if you just want a decent guard unit. Some people might shy away from the fact that it has 0 attack, but when you play a guard unit, you're not playing it so it can kill things. You're playing it so it can guard your units.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know. So to be honest, when it comes to a guard units, the attack doesn't matter. What fucking matters is the goddamn health.
Hmm. And it's a honking boy for like 2 cost, which
Two
in the
costs,
early
yeah,
game it's
two
going to be
costs.
wiping out a lot of 3 cost or three defense units and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Unless you have amphibious assault, then this just dies to amphibious assault. Actually, dude, it fucking dies to Japan. I just realized because Japan has so many removals. If it's like it's low health, if it's low
Yeah.
attack.
Oh, that's
Oh shit.
true. Yeah.
Okay, this dies to Japan, but it's still a decent card unit.
Hmm. No, I would happily have that in my decks.
Yeah, it would be good. It would be good, and it's limited, so it's not that bad to
Yeah.
get. Let's see. Commandos Kafer, Mobilize, Smokescreen. Whoa, that is pretty.
I like that. I
That is
mean,
pretty nice. Yeah, I could see. The only my problem with it is just actually no, I don't care if it's French. French Britain. It's pretty good.
yeah.
It has mobilized too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
unlike the nuclear commandos, if they don't get rid of this like turn 2, turn 3, this is just gonna be like it's just gonna be there.
It's going to be a big problem. It's just going to keep growing.
Yeah, it's gonna keep growing. Of course, like there's like if you got a poke, then it's just kind of dead.
Yeah.
But that's with
And
commandos too, like regular commandos.
mhm.
And people still ran regular commandos because
And it
there's
also
only so
has
much poke you can
and it
have.
also does have smoke screen as well, which is like also really
Yeah,
nice.
mobilize smoke screen. This is actually pretty decent. You would obviously run this with a commando Britain deck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
Or a
know,
commando or a Briton like fatty deck like with France as well.
yeah, a Britain fatty deck. You would not play this in like any other thing because any other thing doesn't really prioritize getting health.
Yeah.
Okay, well, no, let me reword that. Any other thing don't really need this. Don't really need this one damage poke to a random enemy when you gain health. Except the
Yeah,
commandos.
I could maybe see it as well with a Soviet deck of some kind. Just because I've noticed that Soviets actually,
Yeah,
as
Soviets
much as
have
they
some
lose HP, they
health
also
gain.
gain a lot of HP. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I don't know.
It wouldn't be.
It's just
It's definitely more of a Britain France thing.
yeah, Britain fans. Some yeah, it's definitely you're supposed to play this with other commandos because that's what you do with commandos. It's a
Yeah.
commando. It has its name. I would say it's okay.
Yep.
I would
I think
treat
it's
this
good
as a
enough.
commando card. I would treat this as a commando card. A worse version of No 2 for like pure damage,
Yeah.
but better survivability later on.
The way I would treat it is, one of my favorite units is the 73E regiment for France. It's the one with mobilize and it gets +1/+1 when your HQ gains defense. And so I would probably use this much like that.
Which one are you talking about?
I wonder if I can copy this.
Oh, 73. Oh, like mobilize, get +1 when your HP, when your defense, when your gets 1+1 when your HQ gets defense.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's 0/1 cost.
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you would run this with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a mobilize. This would be part of a mobilize deck actually, a mobilize or commando deck.
Yeah,
In my
it's
opinion.
nice and versatile in that way. Although it is kind of like exclusively Britain. I mean, you can of course run it with anything else, but if you are like, why?
It's not. It's you're like you're putting yourself in a fucking disadvantage with this card.
Yeah,
Then you
it's
better
like
not
shooting
run it
yourself
then.
in the foot.
Yeah, exactly. It's because by itself it's really not worth it.
Hmm.
It's just deal 1 damage to gain HP. Like, dude, this would be fuck. You know the honey, the tank, the honey tank.
Oh yes. That'd be
Yeah,
really nice with the
this
honey
that's a
tank.
British card. This and that would be fucking really good.
Not to mention if you have like a bunch of draw cards as well, it just deals more
Yeah,
stuff to everything.
yeah. This is definitely
Hmm.
with Britain, bro. Or a mobilized deck. But any other thing, it's fucking bad. Not bad per se. It's just not good.
Yep.
There's a difference, I think.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. I still hear you. Although your mic has become different.
Sorry, what?
No, there's nothing to worry about. It's all right.
Sorry, I just needed to reconnect my headphones.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The
Move on to the second.
Lysander, the PL. It's
When
a
the
gnome
enemy
card, deal
does
1 damage to it.
1 damage to the enemy.
Oh, okay. So I don't like Poland. Like
Huh?
when they first came out, I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. But now every time I fight them, it's a pain in my ass, and they seem really
Just
powerful.
know. Intel? Intel?
The intel stuff, sure. Like as much as knowing my hand is nice, I don't mind it as much as the fact that I have a grudge when it comes to the Legions units because they're just,
Oh,
in my
yeah.
mind, a better version of one of my favorite decks, which is the light infantry deck.
Yeah, Legions is, I'm gonna be honest, yeah, Legions is just pretty fucking good, to be honest, compared to the light. Light infantry deck's nice. You can like fucking spit out a lot more of light infantry. But Legions, they gain fucking +1/+1 every time you play Intel card. This is too good.
It's also an exile card. I wonder what
Exile, what's this?
nation it's
Poland.
exile from.
Yeah, but its nationality is Poland though. I don't think it's exile, so
You can play it with something else though.
yeah, Poland. So that means you can have basically 3 nations in it or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This card is
It's not phenomenal.
Intel.
It's not bad. It's just like
I don't know if we would see play. I guess you would see play with Intel cards, but it's just the deal 1 damage to the enemy HQ is so minute, and the fact it's a 1/2, that means it's not even that hard to get rid of.
yeah.
Okay, maybe even at like round 2, or like round 3 or 2, getting rid of 2 HP is not hard.
Yeah.
Getting rid of 3 or 4, 4 or 3, 4 or 5 HP is hard. getting rid of two, it's not so much. Like
Hmm.
literally the next card can deal with it.
Yeah.
So I would say this is a card that exists.
It's a card that exists, and you could add it if you want to, but I personally wouldn't.
Would not. I don't know. Maybe maybe somebody is gonna figure out some mathematics shit,
Yeah.
and it's dependent on your enemy too.
Hmm.
That's the worst part. You know.
That's always true. Is like, for instance, I will always talk about it because I want it reworked so badly. But the French resistance cards, please,
Oh
1939.
my god.
I want the resistance cards to be so much better than they are because as of right now, they either just don't work out because the opponent knows what they're doing, or it helps the opponent. Like blood decks really like them, and so do like
Oh
commando
no, bro.
decks.
Yeah, you weren't there at the finals. Fucking resistance are a plague on this earth, man. It's so boring to play against them, and it's so fucking annoying. Have you ever heard of the French Japanese fucking resistance decks? Have you encountered them?
I have, but they've been heavily nerfed.
Thank fucking god.
Okay, you know the long range recon card, obviously, right?
Yeah, that got nerfed. That was the
Yeah,
main
that was
linchpin.
the main thing, and they got rid of that, and it's become a lot easier to deal with them. In fact, I don't think I've seen any since they've nerfed that card.
Yeah, I see the nerf. Yeah, fucking long range recon. It was just so bad, to be honest. It was just so
Hmm.
bad. Let's see. But this card, so you were saying? Actually, I'm not. So you were saying?
I don't know. I wouldn't really end up using this card. I don't think. No, not only because I don't play a lot of Poland, but just
I thought I would like Poland, but then when I was trying, I made the deck for them, and then I was like doing, this wasn't my playstyle. Poland is kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's bad. I just don't like the playstyle.
yeah.
That's quite the reason.
Okay,
Let's go to the next card.
I am excited about this one. The Shura Gaze. Or the Shura Gate, I think.
Trusty, that's been a target unit. Deal two to adjacent units. That is really good against blitz decks.
It is really good against blitz decks, but it's also interesting to me because it feels like a much later game card. Because you can't really use that well in the early as much as it has a pin, which is always nice.
Yeah, it is. At worst case, it's just a pin, but at best case, you fucking deal damage to two other units.
Yeah,
So I think this is a really good.
and it's
I
a
would say it's
standard. Holy Jesus!
yeah, it's a standard. You can run for these. I agree with you saying it's late game, but this just cripples blitz. This just absolutely cripples blitz
Hmm. Which I am very happy to
because
hear about because Matt plays a lot of blitz, and I can't win.
I do. I did. That's how I fucking plot. I fucking play so much blitz. It's so fucking good. They nerf some blitz cards. There's you can run Japan America.
Hmm.
It's just so fucking good. They nerfed one of the cards. It was a special cards. It's just like if you control the front line, send an enemy units to the owner's hand.
Hmm.
But they nerfed it. It just like gives +2/+2 to a unit
Ooh,
if
I
you
also
control the
realized
front
that
line.
that card would also be really nice against commando decks.
Which one?
The
Oh
Shiragate.
yeah, yeah, because they're usually one health. Of course, some of them are 3 health or 4 health, but like this is just really nice against. It's nice against low health units. That fucking it's nice against swarms actually. It's just really nice against
Oh, it's
swarms.
really nice swarms. Like that would be painful to play light infantry against. Like God, it would be absolutely awful.
Yeah, unless you like I don't know, you fucking already buffed them to beyond belief. You got really
Hmm.
lucky. At the very least, it would still be a pin. I think this is just really good for against. It's not good against single targets. Single
Yeah,
targets, this is absolutely trash. High health targets. No, it's good against high health targets because of the pin, so it's okay. But it's you definitely have to play it. Actually, I think this is just a decent card. Actually,
it's
this
a
is a really
really
good card.
it's a really good card. Yeah, because it's also
Yeah,
standard and
I'm
it
just
only
saying
costs us
because
two.
even if it's like high health units, it's still a pin.
Yeah,
That's just good. This is just good. I would run this actually.
yeah.
I would run this. That's just it. I'm not. I don't think it's meta defining. I don't think it's like. Maybe it is actually. I think it's absolutely broken against Blitz and Commandos, but I don't think it's like. I don't know.
It's not game breaking and it's not making any
Yeah.
new play styles, but it's definitely like I would happily have that in my hand.
Yeah, I would like. I would be. It would be nice because if the worst case, it's just a pin, and
Yeah.
that's just nice. Pins are nice.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
see. 52K. This was. What the
Deal
fuck
4 damage to an area.
is this?
Ah,
Um,
yeah.
good against. This
Good
is very.
against-
It feels like very niche. It feels very
It's
niche.
very niche. It's nice to have if your opponent has bombers and that kind of thing, and you're trying to set up artillery.
But you would just have
Uh,
burning skies then, if you really
yeah.
want to deal with planes, right?
It's a burning skies, and you get an artillery piece after.
Yeah.
A pricey
I don't
artillery
know.
piece, but an
Every
artillery
artillery
piece.
piece that costs a round 3 is gonna get compared to the fucking Katushkas.
Yes, this is true.
And I would, and I'm looking at this, and I would say, would I rather have a Katushka or this? Or I would rather have a Katushka
Yeah.
and a burning sky than this artillery piece.
Okay,
Maybe somebody, maybe
but at what point
you
are
would
you
run
gonna
this
say-
if planes become. So go ahead.
but at what point are you gonna say you don't want a Katushka? It's just a Katushka.
That's not no. That's the thing that you never don't want a Katushka. It's just very good, but like this, it's 2 health too. So I don't know. At 2 health,
For me personally, it's a bit too niche to add to any.
yeah,
decks.
it's just the deployment effect's just. You're right, dude. You know what? If you know, I would run this if it was deal 2 damage to any unit. That would be really fucking
Oh,
nice.
that would be so nice.
But that would be kind of OP.
It'd
That would
be
just be
really
really
crazy
OP.
powerful, but well, what about one
Right now it's
damage?
just niche.
If you made it like 1 damage to one unit.
1 damage. There's already like a card like that. It's a German. It's a German one. You know, the rocket archery. It's 3 cost too.
Oh yeah. So
You know
it
what
is.
I'm
And it'd be the exact same actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be the exact same card. But that's why I said 2 cost, like 2 damage. But like then you just have a better version of another card, which is bad game design.
Yeah.
German card. Yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't run this.
Oh,
this is
this
actually
one.
bad.
Okay, it's horrible.
How-
And here's specifically why. If your opponent puts down a fighter, it cannot
It just-
do anything. It can't do
It's gone.
anything.
It's gone.
It just sits there, and it's so painful because I added this to a German like attack the HQ directly deck, and he
Mm-hmm.
played like a 1 cost fighter, and I just couldn't do
Yeah, and
anything.
it's-
I was just like, well, okay.
Yeah, but if it didn't have this restriction, it would be too fucking OP. It would be like unbelievably OP. Like this would
Oh,
get.
no, I think that restriction of like cannot attack units is actually really unique and really good. And the problem isn't the fact that it gets shut down when there's a plane on the field, because as bad as that is, that's the counterplay to it. Is the fact that for a 3-cost card, I don't say it gives enough benefits for that downside.
Yeah, it's fair. That is fair. Maybe if it, I don't know. It's just
If it either had 1 more defense or 1 more attack, I would say that'd be really nice. Or if it cost 1 less.
cost 1 less. But if it costs 1 less, it would be too OP. No, because
yeah.
like
Because then you can play it on your
it's
second
it's
turn
very hard to
and-
balance a bomber with these stats. You know,
Mhm.
It also costs 1 to attack. Like
Yeah.
dude, imagine if you don't have plane and your enemy just fucking plays this.
Yeah.
You're just kind of fucked
Not really, because
if you don't
my
have a plane.
My experience with
It-
playing it
it-
at the same time, though, is it also can't defend itself from like advancing infantry or advancing tanks and that kind of thing.
But at the best thing you play is a turn 3. Unless you're playing against a blitz deck, then you definitely shouldn't play this because it can't defend itself.
Hmm.
You're not gonna have a lot of units out. Okay, at the worst case, an order is gonna take this out, but that's okay. You made the enemy waste an order on this one. But like
Yeah.
if the enemy doesn't have because it's, like I said, it's turn 3, and then if the enemy doesn't have a plane, this
Yeah.
just is constant damage to the HQ. I think it's fine. I wouldn't run this because it's very, very blitzy.
Hmm.
Blitzy, and I usually like to play Germany as a control deck.
Yep.
So that's just preference. I could see this going in a blitz deck for Germany, or like direct damage deck, like you said.
Well, I tried that, and it's just because the biggest problem with that is it gets
A plane.
destroyed very quickly by the planes, yes, but also by like your opponent has a single tank of any kind or has a single infantry
Mhm.
of any kind in the front line. It will get rid of it real fast. In the best case scenario, you
Yeah,
get 4 damage to HQ, which is not bad, but
dude,
then
four
you also
damage
have
for 3 costs. That's just literally an air raid, but that's not guaranteed as an air raid. But I don't know. I wouldn't. I think I agree with you. I think that it has a place. I'm just saying it's not in my decks.
yeah, no, I don't. I wouldn't put it in my decks at the moment as it is. At any point.
Yeah, this is. It's let's just say if you're lucky, you can play this card.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's unlike. Okay, let's see.
The Orp Bieliskiwaki. I don't speak Polish.
Polish. Let's see. Copy a random order in the enemy deck.
I have played against this deck, or this card, and Matt, you know that match you were talking about how you got attacked by 3 of 1 type of card and you don't know how? That might have been it.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. This deck is kind of luck based though.
It's
Like
very
a lot of
luck
the.
based because it's even increasing the odds of like you don't know what you're gonna get by that extra 2
Yeah. For
intel.
all you can know, you can get you can get Observer Corpse, and it's just
I
absolutely ass.
I had an opponent. He was playing Germany, and he had 7 defense on his HQ, and he played that. Do you know what card he drew from my hand? I was playing
Are
Britain.
you playing Britain? Oh my god! Don't tell me he got the Commonwealth.
He took the Commonwealth.
Oh my god. Well, Cohen, that's just you. That's just fucking
That's...
you, man.
It was so funny, and I was just like, "Oh, you poor soul. I don't
Yeah.
feel very bad for you."
But he can't even play it because he's fucking. He's got like. He was at 7 health. Oh shit, he could. Like, he got 19 health. He was back to
This
19. He's still
is
gonna
true.
play it because he
He
needs
did
30 health.
he did get like, a lot of HP out of it though, because I already reduced its cost. Because that's the other really nice thing about this thing, is you gain HQ or you gain defense equal to its cost.
Mm.
What the hell is that?
This is decent. You at worst you get a random order. You get but actually at worst you actually you know what's the worst case scenario? You get chasing shadows.
Well, no, because I'd still add it to my decks because it gives me extra
Yeah.
HQ or HP, and if
No,
I'm
but no.
lucky, I also
If you get
get.
chasing shadows with this card, you gain 0 HQ and you get chasing shadows, which might be decent. But it's so fucking. It's like you played 3 to get a card,
Yeah,
and like a very niche, a good card, but not like a game changing card.
I
It's very luck based. I say it's okay. Like if you run it, you might get lucky.
yeah.
You definitely play this. Maybe play this with the Intel deck. I don't like that it's special. I don't think
Oh
it's.
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
like
think
that
it's
it's
powerful
special
enough to
either.
be special.
I could see
Like
that
I could
being
see.
nice later in the games when your opponent, like, you know what you're gonna get out of their hand because they only have 1 or 2 things.
Yeah. Well, it's a copy of random order in enemy deck.
Oh, so you don't even need to know which one it is. Yeah, it's very random. I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's
weird.
just like
It's fine.
you just get a random. It's very luck based. It's okay. It's
The
okay.
First London Brigade. Your other
That's
British
nice.
units have +2 attack.
British, your other ground units have +2
That
attack.
scares me because
It
what
has
I
guard too.
immediately think it has guard too, and what I immediately think of is light bombers.
Light bombers. It's ground units.
Oh, it's ground units. Okay, yeah. I don't know. That's not the worst
It's
thing in
nice.
the world.
If it was your British units fucking have +2 attack, that's just too much. Light bombers. You're right. Light bombers would fucking devastate everybody.
Yeah. No,
But if
because
it's ground units,
if it's ground units, that's not bad.
it's not bad. It's. I would run it with a guard deck maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I just like I would play it if I have a lot of. I would play it maybe with some sort of light infantry fucking hybrid. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not because Britain and Soviets don't really go together well when it comes to light infantry.
Yeah,
in my opinion. Um, I don't know. It's okay.
it's fine.
It's
I,
fine.
I
It's
don't
one of
think
those
I'd add it
nondescript
into a
cards.
lot of my decks, but if I was playing like a general deck that doesn't have much of an idea what it's gonna be, I'd put that in there.
Yeah, maybe I'll play this. Yeah, this is
Okay,
like one of those like neutral cards. It's not bad. It's not good. It exists.
yeah,
It
all right.
exists.
This one, I I
Oh
really have
yeah,
problems
that's
with it because it scares me.
this is if you have a ramp deck, you just have immortal units.
Pretty much. Not to mention
You
they're a lot more dangerous again.
if you do if you play light, okay, imagine this. You have light Soviet light infantry, a bunch of Soviet light infantry, and then you play the alliance. So your Soviet light infantry has +2/+2,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
you also play this somehow. You your units can't really die. Dude, no. If you buff your fucking units to have 5 health, unless you have the Leopold, you cannot get rid of them. Or
Mm-hmm.
unless you have your own swarm, you cannot get rid of them. Dude, I think
Oh
this
my
is good.
god. It's a really, really nice card. I mean,
It's a
balance wise,
token.
I
It's
think
for
it's
token
fine
things.
because it doesn't have smokescreen, which is
Oh yeah,
honestly
it
something
doesn't. You're right.
I might consider adding smokescreen to that actually because it's a 4 cost elite.
Yeah, but its effect is too much. If you had smokescreen, this is just kind of hard to deal with. Of course, if you're
Mm-hmm.
playing Japan, then any card that has less than 3 attack is just gonna be like Japan has some sort of way to deal with it.
Yeah.
But like this is just really good. I don't think if you add smokescreen, if you're any other nation other than Japan, I think you'd have a tough time dealing with this. It has 5 health, which is decent. It's not easy to
Yeah.
get rid of. But if you, I don't know, an order can't easily get rid of this unless it's a destroy unit or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd
but
say it's honestly fine where it is. Like,
yeah, because it also depends if you have a lot of units on your thing.
yeah.
If you don't have a lot of units, it's kind of trash. If you do have a lot of units, like in the front line and in your support line,
Yeah.
chances are you're already winning.
Okay, so
You know,
here's the one thing I'd say I don't know how I feel about it because the way I've seen this card used is it really allows you to push an offensive really easily because it
that's fair
repairs your
because you don't have
unit
to
at
worry
the end
about
of
after
your
effects.
turn.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I think it's okay.
It's
Maybe it's
fine.
meta. I think it's
Uh,
okay because it really depends if you have a lot of units.
mm-hmm. And also,
And then
it
if you
would
already
have to
had a
be
lot of
units
units,
with like a decent amount of health, I'd say.
yeah,
Although the plus
like
one
dude,
attack would be great for like a Japanese or an American Japanese rush deck of some kind.
yeah, that'd be nice. Actually, this is just a better version of the fucking the other card we just had, the first London Brigade. This is just a better version of that,
It
which
is. It
makes sense because it's a elite.
is.
It's just a better version. It doesn't have guard, but it fully repairs your other units +1/+2. The card doesn't have
Okay.
2 attack. I think it's good.
The 60th
I think it's fine
Cavalry
with me.
Regiment. I really
This
like
kills
this
order
card.
decks.
It
This kills order
destroys
decks so hard.
order decks, but the other thing that's really nice about it is it's an ambush card. And
It
so
just
for a Soviet deck that's I like to call it just basics because it just makes everything basics. You get rid of deployment effects with that bomber, you get rid of this, and you get rid of orders
oh
effectively.
god, I hate this card. Especially
I
with that Russian
love it.
bomber deployment effects. You can play the bomber before this and then play
Yep.
this. And
Yep.
then you're unless you're fucking oh god, I hate it.
No, I love it because this is the type of like Soviet deck that it also affects you
Thank
though
god.
because you can't give any orders.
Yeah.
But in general, like I think meta wise, it's insane because if you just do this, it fucks over with a lot of
This card
people's shit,
yeah, I
and
think
you just play
this is
good
actually
Soviet.
I think this would get played a lot.
It
I think
will.
this would be run in any fucking Soviet deck, to be honest.
And honestly, the nice thing I really like about it is I think Soviets have some of just the purely best cards, like in terms of just good, tough, hardy units that maybe don't have the most extreme deployment effects. Like imagine this with a blood deck and that deployment bomber. Like your HQ is not going to take any damage. You're getting really big units out there, and your opponent is much more limited in what they can do.
That is unless. That is unless they have that. They just have amphibious assault. Amphibious assault is gonna become really powerful, bro. I just
Oh
realized.
my god, yeah, no,
There's
amphibious
so
assault
many
is
fucking new units
so good.
that have less than three. That has 3 or less attack. If you don't run amphibious assault and you're Japanese, you're just like screwing yourself over. Like, look at all the cards you've read so far. There
Yeah,
have been
there's
one
been
unit
none.
that has more
There's
than
been
4 attack.
yeah, and it's one that like if you put down a fighter and you're playing
Yeah.
Japan, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, because it can't even attack units. So the lesson, actually, what I'm learning here is just always run amphibious assault dispatch.
Yes, this is pretty much.
Yeah,
How
'cause
much does
I-
amphibious assault cost actually?
3.
3? Oh, okay. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it still sucks for like a lot of stuff like this.
Yeah, okay. It gets rid of medical battalion. It just gets rid of everything. It just gets rid of this. I think it's still powerful.
It's still amazing.
I think this would be, even if you don't, like, even if you're playing a very niche deck, you can just run this and it's very good.
Hmm.
Obviously, if you're saying, oh shit, I played this and I screwed myself over, then I was like, that's kind of your fault for playing it. This is a strategic card.
And listen, Matt,
This is nice.
as much as I don't know how much you care about this kind of stuff, the art on the current like the new Soviet cards we've seen so far has been
Mhm.
so good. Not to mention like the Chasing Shadows art is amazing.
Chasing Shadows, Chasing Shadows is okay. It seems really cartoony for me. Yeah, and I don't like that in the game. But the art I really fucking like, bro, is the goddamn the second para and
yes.
the second para. Yeah, it's just I like it, and then actually that's it. Oh, and then irregulars. Irregulars is nice.
We will
In my
get to we will get to another card eventually that I think looks really nice. But so that's the 60th Cavalry.
Yeah, the art's
Regiment.
actually been really good.
It's really good. I have the same problem with this one as I do the T-34 one. Is that it's got 6 health. It's too fucking fatty and strong.
Yeah,
It's got to be weaker.
it's yeah, the health. I yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh my god, it's 4 cost and has 6 health. You cannot get rid of 6
And
health
it has
easily.
3 attack.
Yeah, it's 3 attack. It has ambush too. So it's
Yeah.
just kind of fucky wucky.
Because imagine putting this in a Soviet ambush deck, which is all about your opponent not being able to play orders. And suddenly this thing is here, and it sucks to be your opponent.
Yeah, I'm glad it's special though. God damn it, if it
Mhm.
wasn't special, I would be fucking fuming.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's
Okay.
really elite. I think it's good enough to be special, but I don't think it's elite.
Okay, the BF 100C German word.
Oh, that's really good. I think this plane's really good, in my opinion.
I think it's a phenomenal plane. I mean, sure, it's a 4 cost, but it costs nothing to move the first time, and then it increases by 1 after a while. You're basically
Yeah.
getting 2 or 3 attacks at the cost of a basic plane eventually.
And its stats are good. Its stats are good.
And it's not going to really survive that long enough to have that increased operation cost effect.
Yeah, because you at the best case, in most cases you're just gonna have 1 or 2 attacks with it, and that's it. That's usually with most planes, to be honest.
Mhm.
Unless you're playing a Spitfire deck and your planes are fucking massive. But you usually just you attack once or twice with this stats of plane.
The particular
Unless-
area I think this one sucks, though, is if your opponent plays anything that increases operation cost.
Yeah, but that's also that thing is kind of very niche.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
very
mean?
niche, and yeah, like only specific nations do it and that kind of thing. So
Yeah,
it's a good plane. It's a good.
yeah, it's a good plane. I woane run this if I wanted to play a German plane deck, which I don't, but I would run this if I did.
Oh yeah, this
Oh
next
my
one I'm really
Oh,
excited
actually,
about.
you know what this is really against? You know this plane. You know why they added the 52K? They added this just for this plane. That's it.
The 52K, which was the oh yeah.
Yeah, see, they just added this for this plane. They don't care about anything else. They just saw this plane and was like, we gotta counter it. And they had the worst possible counter. It's just, Burning skies. It's just
Yeah.
burning. It also dies to burning skies. It just dies to burning skies. Yeah. They just added some 30 piece for this plane specifically.
Okay, the Southern Plan. I have
Hot
faced this
garbage.
card. Hot garbage. What do you? Well, for Japan specifically,
It's
yeah.
hot garbage.
And at 4 credits, it's not great, but I think it's really annoying at least.
Yeah, it's really
when,
annoying.
when I
Okay,
faced
I
it.
would think this would be good if you get like a draw effect or something, or your enemy, or you're like the enemy discards a card, but gain one credit spot, and then the enemy loses a credit slot for four is annoying, but not game breaking. I think
Yeah.
it's hot garbage. My opinion is hot garbage.
Well, I trust your opinion more than my own because you're better at the game than me, and have more
No, you
experience
can
with
still
it.
just say your opinion.
Well,
Just say
because
it.
I was gonna say my opinion, like I would maybe run that with an American credit deck. I would definitely run it with a British, like kind of fucking around with your enemy's credit deck.
Oh, okay. I can see the American credit deck. I don't know what the fucking around means. You just like you
Okay,
just play some
so
random orders. You just make him retreat.
no. So there's this British deck that is all about making your opponent lose credit slots as you're gaining a bunch of credit slots, and you just start playing those big British bombers. It's essentially the British ramp
Oh,
deck, right?
daylight bombing. I did talk about the card like daylight bombing.
I am talking about the daylight bombing card, but there's a lot more cards around a British ramp deck. For instance, there's like the order. What is it? It's a raid that could make stuff cost more in the enemy hand, which delays stuff even further. There is the tactical withdrawal, which works with it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's just fucking annoying. Yeah, that would be really fucking annoying.
But
I
yeah,
dude.
it's not a great card all around, though. I can't agree with you on that.
Yeah. Okay. I think they actually need to buff this card.
To buff this
I
one, I
think if you
agree.
get I either gain 2 extra credit slots instead,
For a
or
special,
like draw a card or
for a
draw a card.
special, I think either of those would work. Gain 2 credit
Mm.
slots or draw a card. I think that'd be fine.
Yeah, because right now it's definitely. I don't feel like it's a special card.
And there's also not a lot going on for a Japanese ramp deck right now. Not that I know if Japan is
Yeah,
built for that.
they don't really have a lot of high costs. Like, okay, of course they have some,
They
but
have
it's
some
not
good
really.
fighters and that kind of thing, but it's not built for it specifically. And there's a lot of lose credit slot stuff as well.
Yeah, and yeah, so it, I don't. I'm not sure if it really fits into the identity of Japan. You
No,
know what I mean?
not particularly.
I don't know. It
Who
just
knows
doesn't
though?
seem like
That
it.
that could be foreshadowing.
Like, it turns out this was this like we fucking this is a meta card. Everyone just plays it, and I was like, oh fuck, I guess I was
Yeah.
fucking wrong. I guess I'm hot garbage. This card's actually OP. Let's
Okay,
see.
so these next
Spitfire.
cards I'm really excited about. The Spitfire. This one is insane, but it's a special.
It's elite.
It's elite. Sorry, not special.
I think this is really. I can see OTK with this.
It is in a Spitfire deck the biggest pain in someone's ass. It is absolutely nuts, especially with the
It is,
possible extra deployment thing.
and with that the Spitfire ground crew, this could be
Yep.
2 costs.
Yep.
I think this is really good in Spitfire deck. I
It
think you
is
can have some OTK
amazing.
potential here, and then Finest Hour. I think you could. I think this is really nice.
It is a
I
really
would think.
damn good card. And the only thing
Yeah,
that
I
is
don't even
saving
think.
grace for me is that it's an elite.
What do you mean?
If
It's.
it
I
wasn't
think it's.
if it wasn't an elite, I'd be going ballistic.
I think it's. I think I'm really happy it's elite. If it wasn't, I would be fucking okay. So everyone's just gonna play British playing decks, I guess.
Yep. No, I think it's a really good
I'm
card though.
really.
I
Yeah,
think
it's a really good card.
it's well done.
Yeah, I think this is what I would. This should be the standard for all leagues. Something just really, really fucking nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dude, I can see some real good OTK potentials with this. Oh my god, that's a good card. Let's see. Eagle Day. Speaking of OTK, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna make an OTK deck. I'm gonna make an OT
You're
deck.
gonna make an
You know
OT
what I
deck?
said earlier? You know what I said earlier? I would put this in my what's it called? If I wanted to play a German play deck, I would play this. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna make a German play deck. Eagle Day.
Okay,
Eagle Day.
Matt, explain to us what an OTK deck is.
An OTK deck is that you just fucking kill the enemy in one turn. And it's really sometimes it's really easy to pull off. Sometimes it's annoying as fuck to pull off. But it's really fun. It's not a climbing deck. Unless you're there is this one pro deck that was really OP. But let's just not talk about that because we're not pros.
Mm-hmm.
But OTK decks are just for fun mostly. Because most of the time they just kind of fucking fall off and you just die. But they're so
Yeah.
fun when they pull off. I can see
Okay.
I know what to do with this. I fucking know what to do with this.
Well,
Okay. Eagle Day. You play Reichsbank. I don't know, at turn 5.
yeah.
Actually, no, you play at turn 6. No,
Yeah.
turn 7. Yeah. Either no, you play 2 Reichsbanks at turn 6, if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you have to have 2 Eagle Days in your hand. And then, and then, you're gonna have to have this specific bomber. It is called the Junker. The Junker's Ju-188E. It is a German bomber that is 5'6" with Fury. Okay, you're gonna need
Oh,
2 of
that one.
those.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to have Japan as an ally. So you can have the Order Dawn operations. Which your air units operate free for this turn.
Yep.
So basically, you're gonna have to make a deck to survive until you gain 2 Junkers, 2 Eagle Days, and one Dawn operations, and at least 12 credits.
Yeah.
It's not it's most of the time you're gonna die, but it's
Okay.
so fun if you pull it off.
Okay, Matt.
So I'm gonna make that deck sooner or later.
You know
that
what I would
German-
use? You know what I would use this card on?
What?
For the sake that it would be super stupid and completely unprogressful,
What?
I would use this on Comet.
You would use it on Comet. Oh! There's like one way to play this card wrong, and it's fucking bad, bro. It's bad. It's so bad to use it on Comet. Oh my god, bro. Okay. It's just horrible. Absolutely horrible on Comet. I would play. I don't know. Maybe you can just like you're playing a blitz deck, and then the enemy has like 4 health, and then you just have Comet and Eagle Day. Like you can do it, and you have 5 credits.
Yep.
Maybe.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm excited about this next one. The Machines of War.
That's a.
It is.
You play with you would really play that with a fucking Soviet ramp deck.
Oh God, yes.
That's all you play with. I mean, so you play with America, I would think, or France. I have no idea, because
Well,
France
because-
also has some cards.
What I immediately think of
American-
with that is I would play it with a Soviet card. One in particular that I think is extremely powerful right now, and that
Oh, there's
needs
so
to
many
be
good,
dealt with.
like 7 cost or 8 cost, fucking.
The
big ass
the
units.
220 or 72nd guards that deploys at Joseph Stalin 2 when it's killed.
Yeah, and then
Card
there
is
you would have.
broken.
That is broken. Unless you know what, it's not broken again. It's not broken against partisans. Fuck you, partisans. Fuck you.
In fact, with Partisans, it's the best card your opponent can possibly
To
play.
play, yeah. Fuck, man. How bad it's partisans? Who thought this was okay? Oh my god. Anyway, fuck. And you would play the 25th Infantry Regiment with it. You would
Yep.
play the 75th 6th Regiment with it, you know?
Yep.
So you play with the infantry ramp deck. So you would play it with I think it's a very niche card, but I think it's a fun card.
It's very weird. It can work. It can't work. It's I don't know. I don't think I would actually add it to a lot of my decks just because I don't like that add the top Soviet infantry because it could be any of this stuff in my hand
Yeah,
or in my
you,
deck.
you definitely have to build around it. You can't
Mhm.
just fucking put it in a random deck.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun card for if you want to play some. I think it's a fun card.
Yep.
I wouldn't say it's meta breaking unless you're extremely lucky.
Okay.
But
I
then
don't
again,
even
any
know.
card's good if you're extremely.
I don't know how to pronounce this next one, but the Mona Steer displays every unit with a unit from the same nation costing one less if possible. So
Um, I could see.
you
I can see it
destroy
fucking up a lot of
everything
things.
and you replace it with a unit cost one less. That would be so weird. It would be a really infuriating card to play if your opponent has built up a bunch of stuff. Oh, that would be really good against
Yeah,
an
but it's
opponent
it's
with.
niche. But then you're also replacing it with other units. So for all you can know, they can be getting better units. It's very luck of the draw what they get, but it can't fuck things up. Like if you're playing commandos and then they just play this, all your commandos are just gone.
You know what else this really sucks against?
Well,
Light infantry, because there's nothing that. Oh, if possible, never mind.
wait, if possible, would that mean if it's just like cost one, would it just destroy it?
No, no, it would just bring back a cost one.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't know that. For all we know, it can actually destroy it.
If it does that, then it's just the light infantry noper.
Yeah, noper. I think it's okay. I think it's
It's weird. I would definitely want to try it. Like, I'm excited
yeah.
to try out that card.
It's so very much luck of the draw. And okay, I can see it. I can see uses for it. I'm not saying it's not useless. Unlike goddamn Southern Plan or the goddamn 52K. Goddamn, I think there's some uses for it. I'm not sure if I would run it. I think I would rather run Winter Offensive. You know that one,
Yep.
or some other damage all. Maybe if I unpack it, I would run it. You know.
Yeah. So I don't think that that's going to be all of the. Well, no, we have one card left to cover. Ah, this one.
This is kind of
Ridiculous.
what the fuck,
Yeah.
dude? Why?
I don't know. And I don't like it.
Every American deck is just gonna run this.
It
There's no
is.
downside.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why wouldn't you run this? The only point where you wouldn't play this is if your support line is full.
Yeah. And even
But
then,
other
like,
than that,
I just I don't understand some of the balance the thought process that goes behind America. Because originally one of the reasons I actually thought that no, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. But it's just America sometimes is just absolutely bonkers powerful.
would be honest. I think America sometimes is the weakest nation, but this card is just not. This card is just too good. It's too good. Like if this was in any nation, like base deployment at a version of itself,
Hmm.
I don't know. This it's you basically get 8/8. You get a 6 cost that has 8/8 for 8/8
Yep.
stats. And you have to deal with 2 tanks.
Yep.
Okay, okay, that's just fuck.
Yep.
Like okay, it's a worse situation if you're fucking a one that has 3 of these in their hand. So they just constantly have units.
Oh my god! I didn't realize that it's not an elite. I
Yeah, it's not
just
elite. It's a
realized
fucking limited. That's the
it's.
worst part. It's not even special. It's limited. Are we overthinking this? Is this not as good as we think it is?
I
Because well,
listen.
I'm looking at it and it's really fucking good.
To me, I'm looking at it and it's like playing a 12 cost card, but at 6 cost because you're getting two 6 cost cards. So you're effectively getting. I just don't even know what to think. It's just
It's too much stats. And
Not
it's a
to
tank too,
mention,
so you
not to
can
mention,
move
if
it
you
and
ever
attack.
retreat this card if your opponent ever retreats this into your hand, you deploy it and you get another one.
Oh my fucking god! You would get if you Leopold is fucking useless against this.
Yep,
Because if you deploy it, you just added 4 more units to the enemy hands. Not two, 4 more units.
yep. All of which have enough attack to destroy the Leopold.
Yeah, so you would like you, and then you. I don't know. Wait, you're America, so if you're America, so if your opponent is at 10 credits, most likely you're gonna be like at 15 credits already.
Hmm.
So you could just play two. You have then your support like I don't know, man. Ah, maybe it's balanced. I don't think it's balanced because especially with America, they ramp up. So the
Yep.
6 cost is nothing.
No, to me that's not good.
Maybe if it like moved up to the front line, then like the fucking Jeff, like it would be a 5 cost. If you move to the front line, you get another one.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know about this. I feel like they should change the special at very least because it's too fucking much.
Yeah. Alrighty. But that's
I
all
don't know.
the World at War cards for now. Obviously, more are going to be
Oh,
added
dude,
because what?
before, dude, you know the, oh, okay, I need to talk about this. I just realized an insane combo. You know the 5th Medical Battalion?
Yep.
Okay, go to America, go to 4 cost infantry units,
All right. I'm looking at them.
all sets. Look at the 60th Infantry Regiment.
Uh, let's see. The which? The
60th
60th.
Infantry Regiment.
Oh.
Infinite
Oh.
units. Infinite units.
Oh. Oh, and you can do that on the same turn. Oh.
Yeah, so if you have a damage, if you play like, dude, you know what's the worst combo for this? If you, if you have Winter Warfare and you have 2 of these, and you have 5th Medical Battalion, you just get in. You're gonna get infinite units.
Oh my god.
In most cases, that's not gonna happen, but it's amazing to think about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's scary. Okay.
But they just gave fucking America like an infinite engine, and then 1 card that gives you fucking twice the stats. Jesus fuck.
Why did I don't understand? Well, we were literally gonna get into this, but I don't understand how you think that America is the weakest out of all the nations.
Because I think like I genuinely think that I'm not saying it's like you can't. It's like oh you lose, but more than average, bro. I can just stomp American decks,
You play
even with the
Japan
ramp
though.
decks. I play Japan, yeah, because I'm a fucking dirty Japanese. I'm not Japanese actually, but I'm a dirty Japanese player. I just fucking. I also play control decks. I don't know. I just most of the times I stomp them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's like that's not always the case, but it feels like I stomped Americans more often than not.
Yeah.
But in this match, maybe it's gonna be the number 1 nation.